For today's training session with Valley, I wanted to concentrate on improving the canter. In order to improve the canter, you have to ensure that the horse is in front of your leg and listening to you. So firstly, I've ridden some transitions within the pace, asking him to lengthen in the trot and come back to prepare him for the canter transition. Because if he can't do a smooth working trot to lengthen trot, then he's not going to do a smooth transition to canter. So once I was assured that he was covering ground, listening to my aids, and staying straight, which is something I struggled with on the left side because he kept wanting to fall on the left shoulder, then I progressed the training session to asking for the canter transition. A good exercise for improving the trot to canter transition is doing a rising trot across the diagonal, aiming for around S or R or V and P at the other end, and then asking the horse to canter as you almost reach the marker and are starting to make your turn. You ride the transition too late, you lose the value of the exercise. Too early, you lose the value of the exercise. So it has to be as you're making that turn. Now you'll see that Valley did not maintain the canter on each of these transitions so well. He did do a fairly decent transition, picked up the correct canter lead each time. He did not maintain the canter. So that's because he's trying to lead with the inside shoulder in both directions. So even though he's more dominant leading with the inside shoulder to the left, I found that he wants to fall around on the inside shoulder on both canter leads, and that's why he struggles to maintain the canter. So after I rode that exercise multiple times, going from canter to trot and then back to canter again, I then maintained the canter, attempted to canter a little bit across the diagonal to then ask for the new canter transition. So this is all about engaging the hindquarters, ensuring the horse stays straight, and basically handing it from one outside rein to the other outside rein. Coming in across the diagonal in canter helps with the engagement, and because Valley does quite good downward transitions, it's quite easy for me to then just rebalance him quickly and ask him to make a transition back up to canter. Cantering across the diagonal and then making a transition back to trot helps with the impulsion as well. So you're making a transition in relatively the same spot each time. So that's helping with them knowing what they're going to be doing next. And then the canter on the diagonal helps with the impulsion as long as you maintain the balance in the trot. And so you'll see forward, forward, forward to canter. So he was a little bit behind my leg there, but he still did do a fairly good transition.